I call the court to order.
The council seeks permission to approach the dais.
Granted.
Much obliged. The council seeks permission to address the bench collectively as Your Honor. Much obliged. Your Honor, in this case of GR 145/2022, today is the date fixed for hearing, and I and my co-counsel shall be representing the victim, and necessary witness shall be examined in order to establish the case of the prosecution. Your Honor, at the investigation stage, the police has arrested 5 persons, including the FIR name accused individual Mr. Mehrajul Alam, along with his son Mr. Anas and his friend Mr. Rahul Chetri. The accused were denied bail by both the Court of Sessions and the Honorable High Court. The case of the prosecution is such that on 10 August 2022 at around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, Mr. Mehrajul broke into the private property of Mr. Yusuf and started to hurl abuses accompanied by him, his son and his friend Mr. Anas and Rahul Chetri respectively, and started to hurl abuses and provoke him. The core issue of this matter is that Mr. Mehrajul owns an adjoining property that shares the boundary with Mr. Yusuf. As per the record, the total land owned by the Mr. Yusuf is of 2 bighas.
Your Honor, we have strict reservations in this measurement and we want to put this on record at the onset that it contains the claim of 1 bighas, whereas in actual we own the complete 2 bighas, we shall be proved accordingly.
Indeed, Your Honor. We shall go into that matter subsequently. The gist of the matter is, firstly, more than 5% confined trespass into the private property of Mr. Yusuf, thereby attracting section 450 of the IPC, which is punishable with imprisonment for life. Secondly, these people were constantly trying to take the life of Mr. Yusuf, his wife and his brother, thereby attracting section 307, that is attempt to murder, and 339, that is causing wrongful restraint in their own houses. And thirdly, causing grievous hurt under section 320, and any other charges as Your Honor may deem fit above the courts of hearing. That's all now for Your Honor. Now I'd like the court permission to call my co-counsel over here.
Your Honor, we have had some astonishing claims from our prosecution side, but one thing that was missing in all those claims is truth. What is the true story behind the case and who are the actual people involved needs to be searched. Your Honor, the actual facts are such that Mr. Yusuf has encroached 1 bighas of barren land which was left over as an open area which belongs solely to Mr. Mehrajul Alam even before he could put a boundary over his property. So when Mr. Mehrajul Alam took the measurement, it came to his notice that Mr. Yusuf has already put up a boundary over his property. So when Mr. Mehrajul confronted with Mr. Yusuf, he started giving him threats and wanted to hit him with an iron rod. So in order to save himself from the attack of Mr. Yusuf, Mr. Mehrajul took hold of himself and saved
Your
himself.
Honor, what is shown as self-defense is actually a pre-planned, well-articulated attempt to murder Mr. Yusuf and his family. And if this court doesn't take the claim seriously, it will amount to gross miscarriage of justice, and these kinds of acts will keep on increasing within the society. And it won't be very likely, Your Honor, like when your and my houses too will be under attack. And therefore, to prove my facts in details and in proper order, I would like to seek your permission to call our first witness, Mr. Yusuf Khan, who shall be the prosecution witness number 1. Permission granted. Much obliged, Your Honor.
Prosecution witness number 1, Mr. Yusuf, called to the witness box.
I solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence which I shall declare or give to this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Please state your name, age, and address for the record.
My name is Yusuf Khan, and I am a permanent resident of Hojai, and I am 33 years old.
Okay. So, Mr. Yusuf, can you remember the date of the incident?
Yes, madam. It was on 10th of August 2022.
Mr. Yusuf, can you please tell the court that who are the people who attacked your house, attacked you?
Mr. Mehrajul Alam, his sons, and some other hired thugs attacked me.
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution cannot malign the reputation of the defense by calling them thugs and giving them names. After all, they are the reputed members of the society.
Objection overruled.
Your Honor, these thugs who are involved in the incident do have a lot of past criminal activities, and therefore it is important to be brought to the notice of the court.
Your Honor, this is completely misleading, and let me remind my learned friend that under section 54 of the Indian Evidence Act, previous conduct of the accused person is not relevant in subsequent proceedings.
Your Honor, I think my learned counsel didn't check the case properly, because in this instant case, These thugs who are involved in the incident do have previous activities which are very much relevant as it forms part of the same transaction under Section 6 of the Indian Evidence Act. And these people have been constantly threatening the victims. So tell me, Mr. Yusuf, have you received any injuries?
Yes, madam. I was severely injured and I was admitted in the hospital later on.
And who was present with you in your house at the time of the incident?
At the time of the incident, I was with my wife and my younger brother.
And were they also attacked by the accused person?
Yes, madam. They were also attacked.
Okay, thank you. That's all from the prosecution side, Your Honor.
The counsel seeks permission for cross-examination.
Defense may proceed with the cross-examination.
Much obliged. So, Mr. Yusuf, as you said, the problem was going on for 5 to 6 months. Do you remember any other time when Mr. Mehrajul wanted to attack you or have threatened you?
No, sir. It was first attack.
How was your relation with the accused person before the incident?
I knew Mr. Mehrajul Alam and his family members, but I don't know the other thugs and goons who attacked me.
Is this not true? You were the person who called and invited Mr. Mehrajul to come to your house and then you have charged a false case against him?
No, this is not true.
This is the truth. With a malevolent intention, you have invited Mr. Mehrajul to come to your house and then you have tried to attack him. But the truth is that you have started the entire quarrel and instigated Mr. Mehrajul to come to your house.
Trying to intimidate and threaten the victim.
Please go to the next question.
So, Mr. Yusuf, do you remember on that particular day you have called Mr. Mehrajul at 12:30 p.m.?
Yes, sir. This is true.
What did you say to him over call?
I only said to him that he should not disturb me and my family members.
Did you say this or not? That please come to my house and we'll make
Objection, Your Honor. Even if a phone call was made, what difference does it create? It clearly does not mean that Mr. Mehrajul Alam will enter into someone else's property with iron rods and other weapons. This is completely an unacceptable line of argument.
Counsel, please have patience. I am coming to the conclusion to prove that nothing such happened as falsely claimed by your client. Please bear with me until the truth comes out. So, Mr. Yusuf, please answer the question.
Yes, I called him on his phone, but I did not invite him to come inside my house.
Your Honor, may please note that the prosecution witness has finally agreed that there was indeed some phone calls and which implies that Mr. Yusuf has invited Mr. Mehrajul to come to his house and then just tried to attack him. And this shall be put to record, which I shall use at the later stage of my argument. That's all, Your Honor.
Okay. Prosecution counsel, do you have any further question for prosecution witness 1?
No, Your Honor. However, we would like to call our next witness, that is prosecution witness number 2, the wife of Mr. Yusuf, to the witness box.
Okay, please proceed.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
Yusuf, you may go. Prosecution witness number 2, Miss Kushida, please come. Call to the dice. Call to the witness box.
I solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence which I shall declare or give to this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So, you are Mrs. Kushida Begum. Yes, madam. My name is Kushida Begum and I am the wife of Mr. Yusuf Khan. Okay. So, were you in the house on 10th August 2022? Yes, ma'am. On 10th of August 2022, I was at home along with my husband and my brother-in-law. Okay. Can you please explain to the court that what exactly happened on the day of the incident? On the day of the incident, that person named Mehrajul Alam along with his son Anas and some other person whose name I am not aware of came to our home and attacked my husband and they also caused brutal injuries. Okay. Can you identify the people? Yes, I can identify them. Okay. And what did you do when the accused person came to attack your husband? When these goons came to our home to attack my husband, I was inside the house. When I suddenly heard my husband's sound. Hearing my husband's sound, I rushed out of the house. Then I saw Mehrajul Alam along with some goons was attacking my husband. So when I tried to save my husband from the attack, they also attacked me. Okay, and did you receive any injuries? Yes, I have received severe injuries on several parts of my body. Okay, thank you. That's all from the prosecution side, Your Honor.
Defense seeks permission for cross-examining prosecution witness number 2.
Defense may proceed with the cross-examination.
Much obliged. So, Mrs. Kushida Begum, can you please tell to the court, when did you went to the hospital or to see a doctor for receiving any medical treatment?
We went to see the doctor the next day.
So, you are trying to say that on 10th August 2022, you were attacked brutally and you went to see the doctor on the next day, right?
Yes, ma'am, because on 10th of August we were too frightened to go out as we thought that these goons may again attack us.
Your Honor, may please take note of the fact that on 10th August they claim to have been attacked brutally, but they don't go and see the doctor on that day. Rather, they realize that they shall go and see the doctor the next day. This itself raises a suspicious nature about the
Objection, Your Honor.
entire narrative that has been portrayed on doctors and courts.
One at a time. The time is not relevant. The defense counsel is just trying to divert the attention of the court from the core issues.
Objection overruled.
Can you identify any other person who were along with Maharajul?
No, ma'am, I cannot identify any other person except for Mr. Maharajul and his son.
Your Honor, let us just remember that our prosecution witness number 2, that is the wife of the informant, does not even remember the name of the accused, neither can she recognize the face of the attackers. This is extremely
Objection,
suspicious
Your
in
Honor.
nature.
Point to be noted. As the victim has already identified the accused in the examination in chief, Mr. Mehrajul Alam and his son and his friend Rahul Chetri. I don't know what kind of suspicious does
Of course it is suspicious in nature, Your Honor. Of course it is suspicious in nature, Your Honor. Even after so-called traumatic incident, even a small child can remember the face of the attacker, then why can't she remember the face of her attacker?
Miss Defense Counsel, do you have any other question for prosecution witness?
No, ma'am, that's all.
You may leave.
Your Honor, if the court permits, we seek the permission to call another witness of the case, that is prosecution witness number 3, that is the younger brother of the victim.
Yes, proceed.
Prosecution witness number 3, Mr. Husni, called to the witness box.
Order. Please maintain the decorum of the court.
I solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence which I shall declare to or give to this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So Mr. Husni, you are the younger brother of the victim.
Yes, I am the younger brother of victim.
Have you seen the accused attack your brother?
Yes, I have seen. The accused person not only attacked my brother, they also attacked me and my sister-in-law as well.
Can you identify them?
Yes, I can identify them.
Are the attackers who attacked your family present in the court today?
Yes, they are present in the court.
Can you identify them?
Yes, I can identify them. Ma'am, those people, sir.
Have you received any injuries?
Yes, I got serious injury.
That's all from the prosecution side, Your Honor.
The counsel seeks permission for cross-examination.
Permission granted.
Much obliged. So, Mr. Husni, what is your age?
I am 26 years old.
Was there any kind of previous discussions regarding property between your brother Mr. Yusuf and Mr. Mehrajul?
Yes, they had previous discussions.
Your Honor, may please note that there was ongoing discussions between Mr. Mehrajul and Mr. Yusuf, rather there was nothing any conflict between them. So Mr. Husni, is this not a fact? You and your brother Mr. Yusuf invited Mr. Mehrajul to come to his house?
Yes, my brother called him only for discussion regarding land disputes with good intention.
So Mr. Husni, is this not a fact that you and your brother invited
Objection,
Mr.
Your
Mehrajul
Honor.
to come
The
to your
defense
house
counsel
and
is
you have tried to attack him?
ask the same question to confuse the victim.
Mr. Defense Counsel, do you have any further question for the prosecution witness?
No, Your Honor, that's all.
Prosecution witness, you may leave. Please go ahead with the next witness.
Your Honor, if the court permits, I would like to call my co-counsel over here.
Permission granted.
Much obliged.
The prosecution counsel seeks permission to go with the prosecution witness number 4, that is the investigation officer of the case.
Permission granted.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
Prosecution witness number 4, investigation officer, called to the witness box.
Order. Maintain the decorum of the court. Or else you will be charged for contempt of court.
I solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence which I shall declare or give to this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Please state your role in the case.
I was the investigating officer of the case.
Okay, and who informed you about the incident?
I received a call in the PCR and then I immediately headed towards the crime scene.
Okay, and after reaching the crime scene, what did you notice?
When I reached to the crime scene, I saw some 10 to 15 persons were inside the premises of Mr. Yusuf. When our team proceeded
To apprehend them, they ran away from the place. However, some persons were arrested and they were also carrying various weapons along them.
Okay. Officer, could you please tell the court that as per your investigation, who started the quarrel?
As per my investigations, Mr. Yusuf did call Maryam into his property, but soon after some time, a tussle broke in between them and converted into a fight. As per my investigations and narratives, it was Mr. Maryam who attacked first.
Officer, could you please repeat the last statement you stated?
Yes, it was Mr. Maryam who attacked first.
Your Honor, please note that it was indeed Mehrajul who started the quarrel. So, officer, who sustained injuries?
Both the partisans sustained injuries.
Thank you. Your Honor, that's all from the prosecution side.
Defense seeks permission for cross-examining prosecution witness number 4.
Defense will proceed with the cross.
Much obliged. So, do you remember who called you to give you information about the incident?
No, I do not remember him.
When you reached the spot, did you find any kind of physical fights going on there?
When I reached the place of incident, the fight was over already.
If you have not witnessed any fight, then how can you draw the conclusion about the same?
I seek narratives from the neighbors and other eyewitnesses who confirmed the incident.
Did you mention any of independent witness in your charge sheet?
No, I have not added any independent witness in the charge sheet.
Okay, are you aware of the fact that Mr. Yusuf was the person who called to Mr. Mehrajul and invited to him in his house?
Yes, I am aware of that fact.
That's all, Your Honor. Two things have been clearly established. That is, there was no independent witness as mentioned by our investigating officer, and secondly, it was Mr. Yusuf who has phone called Mr. Mehrajul and invited to him in his house. That's all, Your Honor.
Miss Prosecution Counsel, do you have any other witness to prove the case of the prosecution?
No, Your Honor, that's all.
Miss Defense Counsel, do you have any witness to prove the side of the defense?
Your Honor, I would like to call my co-counselor for the cross-examination.
Permission granted.
Much obliged.
The counsel seeks permission to call my defense witness.
Permission granted.
Much obliged.
Defense witness number 1, Mr. Mehrajul, called to the witness box.
I solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence which I shall declare or give to this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So mention your name and details.
My name is Mayrajul Alam. I am 40 years old and I am a permanent resident of my town, Hojai.
Is it a fact that on 10th August you attacked Mr. Yusuf?
No, this is not a fact.
Is it a fact that on 10th August you along with 10 to 15 other people entered into the private property of Mr. Yusuf and you have tried to attack him?
No, this is not a fact.
Can you please explain before the court what happened on that particular day?
The actual fact is that on 10th August 2022, Mr. Yusuf called me that he is ready to negotiate and settle down the matter of property and ready to give the boundary line of the property. And also asked me to bring a measurement tape so that we could measure the property and give the boundary lines. When I entered his gate and then get inside his house, I again called him on his cell phone and accordingly he came out of his house. When he came to the spot, suddenly he is denying that he is not ready to give any boundary line at the moment. I asked him that why you have called me then. On that moment, he suddenly snatched the measurement tape from my hand and smashed it on my face. After that, seeing all this dramatic scene, my son Anas and my friend Chetri rushed to me and somehow they rescued my life and saved my life. Moreover, after the police came to the spot, I had explained the whole incident very thoroughly and they sent me for the medical examination. And also I said to them that you can check the call records that Mr. Yusuf has called me and invited me to his house.
That's all, Your Honor.
Prosecution may proceed with the cross.
The prosecution seeks permission to proceed with the cross-examination.
Permitted.
Much obliged, Your Honor. Mr. Mehrajul, that was indeed a well-scripted monologue. So tell me, Mr. Mehrajul, on 10th August, did you illegally trespass into the property of Mr. Yusuf?
No, I didn't, but Mr. Yusuf has invited me.
Okay. Then, Tell me, Mr. Mehrajul, did Yusuf invite you to his house to enter his house with iron rods and other weapons?
No, I didn't bring any weapons with me.
No, my question is, did Yusuf invite you to enter his house with iron rods and other weapons? Just answer what is asked to you.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely false. Your Honor, if he has not carried the weapons to Mr. Yusuf's house, then how did the police recover the same from the crime scene?
Objection, Your Honor. How can the learned counsel be so sure that the weapons were carried by Mr. Mehrajul? Nothing related to the weapons have been proved so far.
Your Honor, I think my learned counsel didn't even have the time to check the report of the local police, because it is mentioned in the report of the police that it is indeed the weapons were found in possession of Mr. Mehrajul, and moreover the fingerprints of Mr. Mehrajul matches with the prints in the iron.
Your Honor, may my learned friend should know that fingerprints are not primary source of evidence and it cannot be the sole ground for conviction. If she has time, she can refer to the report submitted.
Okay, Mr. Mehrajul, did you visit any doctor or took any medical aid?
Yes, me and my family visited the doctor very next day after that time.
Your Honor, may I please mention that no medical report or any such medical report has been submitted. So tell me, Mr. Mehrajul, is it not a fact that you have been constantly threatening the family of Mr. Yusuf, and also you have hired the thugs to attack the family of Mr. Yusuf?
No ma'am, this is absolutely false.
That's all from the prosecution side, Your Honor.
The counsel seeks permission to call my co-counsel.
Permission granted.
Much obliged.
The counsel seeks permission to call defense witness number 2.
Permission granted.
Much obliged.
Defense witness number 2, Mr. Anas, called to the witness box. I solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence which I shall declare or give to this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So, you are the son of Mr. Mehrajul?
Yes, I am the son of Mr. Mehrajul.
Were you present on the day of incident with Mr. Mehrajul?
Yes, I was present with my father.
So, can you please tell to the court, what did your father exactly say you before you went to Mr. Yusuf's house?
My father told me that Mr. Yusuf had called him to measure the land and therefore he needs to go.
Were you attacked by Mr. Yusuf or his brother?
Yes, both of them attacked us.
That's all for examination from the defense, Your Honor. It is clearly informed and clearly stated that Mr. Yusuf was the one who has confirmed Mr. Mehrajul had invited to him in his house. That's all, Your Honor.
Your Honor, a mere statement out of phone call does not prove that the Yusuf has invited Mr. Mehrajul to his house, and this is not relevant at all. Your Honor, the prosecution seeks permission to proceed with the cross-examination.
Permitted.
Much obliged, Your Honor. So, tell me, Mr. Anas, did you go on your own or your father asked you to go with him?
I heard my father shouting and then I went to his rescue.
No, my question is, did you go on your own or your father asked you to go with him?
Yes, I went on my own.
Did you listen to the conversation of Mr. Yusuf and your father?
Yes, I have listened to that conversation.
And did you listen to Mr. Yusuf inviting your father to his house to settle the dispute?
No, I have not heard about
Your
that.
Honor, may I please mention that the defense witness is not even sure that whether his father was invited or not. That's all from the prosecution side, Your Honor.
The witness may leave.
The defense seeks permission to call the co-counsel.
Permitted.
Much obliged.
And the prosecution seeks permission to call the co-counsel.
Permitted.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
The counsel seeks permission to call defense witness number 3 before the witness box.
Permitted.
Much obliged.
Defense witness number 3, Mr. Chetri, called to the witness box.
I solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence which shall I declare or give to this court shall be the truth, wholly truth, and nothing but the truth.
So, you are friend of Mr. Mehrajul.
Yes, I am Mr. Mehrajul's friend Rahul Chetri.
Were you present at the crime scene at the date of incident?
Yes, I was present here.
Do you see Mr. Yusuf and his family members attacking Mr. Mehrajul?
Yes, I have been seeing them attacking Mr. Mehrajul and his son Anas.
So, did you get any injuries?
Yes, I faced several injuries in my body part.
That's all, Your Honor.
The prosecution counsel seeks permission to cross-examine the defense witness.
Permitted.
Much obliged. So, Mr. Chetri, you are the friend of Maryam. Are you very close friend of Maryam?
Yes, I am very close friend of Maryam.
Why did you go to visit Maryam on that particular day of the incident?
I went that particular day in Maryam's house to see the construction work of his house.
Were you called for a planned attack on Mr. Yusuf and his family?
No.
Absolutely false. You are called for
Objection, Your Honor. This is again
It is
intimating
not a
the
coincidence
witness.
that you are present on that day.
Objection overruled.
Did you not go with the weapon to Mr. Yusuf's house and his family?
No, I didn't carry any weapons.
Did you not hit Yusuf and his family?
No, but we faced several injuries.
So such a nice storytelling, Your Honor. That's all from the prosecution side.
Mr. Defense Counsel, do you have any other witness for the defense?
No, Your Honor, that's all.
So, as both the sides have concluded their witnesses, so we shall proceed towards the closing remarks. Prosecution may go ahead with the closing remarks.
The prosecution seeks permission to proceed with the closing remarks. Much obliged, Your Honor. If I may please, Your Honor, the case of the prosecution stands on three important grounds. That includes that the accused person has illegally trespassed into the property of Mr. Yusuf, that the accused person has collectively assaulted and caused grievous hurt to the victim, that the accused person has caused grievous hurt in a manner which also attempt to murder. Your Honor, it is well established from the examination of the witnesses and various evidence adduced on record that it is indeed the accused person has attacked the victim with malevolent intention. Your Honor, thus it is well established from the facts on record, the issues framed and evidence adduced that the accused person has indeed committed a crime which is suitable for strict punishment. And therefore, the counsel of the petitioner humbly prays before this honorable court that the strict action shall be taken against the accused person and justice may be served. And Your Honor, lastly, the section imposed, that is section 450, which is punishable with imprisonment for life, and section 320, 307 and 339 of the Indian Penal Code, and thus would humbly submit that the strict punishment shall be imposed upon the accused person and any other decision as Your Honor may deem for the best interest of justice, equity and good conscience. And with this, the prosecution rests this case. Okay, defense may proceed for closing remarks.
Much obliged. Your Honor, it is very important to note that the case of the prosecution suffers from lack of evidence, and secondly, they were also unable to establish their case beyond reasonable doubt, which is the core necessity for conviction in any criminal offense. The case of the prosecution rests upon some objectionable grounds, which includes that there was indeed an invitation from the prosecution side and thus trespass is not attracted. Secondly, that all the attacks of the defendant was just in reply of self-defense and thus no case is made out against the accused person. That the wife of the informant does not even identify the accused person. Fourth, that the medical assistance was taken only after some reasonably suspicious period has crossed. Last but not the least, Your Honor, if the investigation officer has not mentioned any independent witness, how can we say that this case is a relevant one? अगर कोई स्वतंत्र गवाही ना हो, Your Honor, how can we say that this case is a relevant one? This is a grave irregularity from the inspection officer, Your Honor. So, thus, Your Honor, the defense humbly submits that the very basic and essential requirement of criminal law is that the case of prosecution shall be proved beyond reasonable doubt, which has not been proved in the instant case. With this, I conclude my case here. Much obliged.
The court has heard both the prosecution and the defense side. The judgment is reserved for the next day. Till then, the court is adjourned.